G'day guys, Ninja. I've got Leo on the table. I owe this bloke one. He was trying to keep up with me. I'm pretty fast in sprints, and he was trying to keep up with me, and something happened in down this left-hand side of his body. Can you explain what happened, man?
So, because I wanted to race and really get ahead, it was just my actual takeoff. And when I don't think about the actual routine in my takeoff, it kind of put me off. So that kind of wanting to beat the person next to me put me off whack. So this whole left side had a bit of lightning, and from then I just jogged the rest. So it really got me that time. So
yeah,
I just sat down the rest of the session.
Crying. So in this outside into the calf, you could feel it, but we're kind of going to look at like a real life treatment, like looking at lower back, in the hip, high hammy, and down through this side. So I'm going to do a fairly short treatment. We're going to try and hit some money spots and clear this line of tension out, and really try and fix him up so we can come back and try and beat me next time. So as we're treating, man, just sort of tell me what feels like a productive kind of pressure sensation, or what feeling wrong, all those kind of things, and let's try and connect the dots up for you, figure out what's going on in this body. So I'm just going to start on that sacrum, and I'm pushing the SAIJ, sacroiliac joint, trying to mobilise that up a bit, because a lot of nerve kind of stuff that feeds down the leg, all kind of through that sacrum. There's lots of nerves come out through the little holes in that sacrum. So we're trying to really free that up for a start, just holding that one spot. I can kind of hit your glutes a little bit doing that. How's that feel?
Yeah, it feels tight. So
just tight?
Straight away feels tight.
Yeah, so mobilising that as well as freeing up that connective tissue, that's the soft tissue, covering the bones around here, like that. So you kind of recognise that a bit already. So I'm going to sink out, and then I'm going to go into our money spot. So the world famous money spot we can kind of get into. How's that feel, man, if I try and hook into there a little bit?
It's starting to just heat up and really kind of populate or just grow. The heat is really expanding. It's spreading. So just trying to work in there, using this opposite hand to try and really hook into that spot, go into that space where all the stuff jams up, becomes solid. Push into there, change angles, pull into myself a little bit, pull down. That real, true, pure money spot. How's that feel there, man? It's just firing up now, but it's a pinpoint fire, so it's hot and spicy.
Well, this man Leo, he's now a digital man, one of our digital men. But he was a connoisseur, the ultimate student of this work. So he really knows what he's searching for when he's feeling and when he's actually still treating. So listen to this man and what he's talking about, because he knows the work intimately, because of how much of a quest you went on to figure it out, how this all worked, and how to deliver the treatment. There was, optimizes healing, you know, that's what it is. It's all about unblocking different parts of the body that allows the flow so the body can heal itself, so it can move again, things like that. So our body is amazing at healing itself, but we're just trying to facilitate, trying to plumb, and so that it can come back to, full expression, be the best version of yourself. So like that. So I'm just sort of going along that line there and trying to really clear out right along that top of that pelvis where those muscles are joining down into there, and just hitting it. So I'm making sure that I'm so close to the bone where those muscles are attaching onto that top of that bone there. I'm clearing all that out. How'd that feel, man?
Yeah, good. It's moving, right? Things are moving there,
Yeah. Might do a bit of an elbow money spot. Like that.
Yeah.
Hook into there, just placing it on, just slowly going in deeper, bearing down deeper and deeper. Like that. And then I can kind of shift like that.
Yeah.
Pulling down that way to really try and get into that spot where it gets jammed. exploring just little movements like this, just to help me creep into that section.
So all this stuff you kind of remember for years down the track, you know that?
Yeah.
Even though it's just an elbow, you remember this feeling, you know, forever.
Yeah, it comes back to you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's sort of like, we talk about the experience of this type of work. You're like, you want to watch it like you guys are doing right now, but you want to feel it and then do it. So then you can really master what it's like. So you kind of experience it, have knowledge through the experience of all those three different things. So you can kind of tell who is kind of connected and who's going to be in the right spots, exploring the right regions just by watching. But when you're receiving it, there's a knowing we talk about. It's a language that you can understand what's sort of effective and what's going to be beneficial. And then we're really, you know, we talk about this a lot. We don't want to be doing further damage. You don't want to damage the cells. Don't want to kind of violate you and go beyond where you got given permission. We want to be on that line where you kind of, that border where it's going to be good pain, it's productive, up against where it's damaging you, creating more trauma. So we don't want that at all. So it's clearing out that money spot. I'm going to just do a little bit of work here, up into the glutes.
Yep.
So pinning up and under. Usually I come around from that side and push right up, but for the camera, it's easier to see from here. So from here, I can pull up into there. How's that feel?
Yep, you're hooked in. Just lock it in, yeah.
Locked in, like that. And then from this position here, it's quite easy just to go in even deeper by changing my angle and pulling back in, and then I can scoop it out.
Yep.
So pinning on that muscle there, like that, and scooping it down, like that. So staying engaged, going at the rate the tissue's unraveling at. Yeah, making sure that language that we're both, the minds are meeting, you know, so we know that we're doing something that Leo wants, he knows it's going to be beneficial in the future. So let's move along a bit. I probably would spend a little bit more time on that upper glute, but this is where we want to explore. So just for the camera, I'm going to start on this side. So I'm going to work on this and then I'm going to go across into there.
Nice.
So let's go straight into it. So I want to hook in to that, underneath that sit bone.
Yep. There.
That feels good?
Yeah.
Feels good, huh?
Yeah.
Bit of Wim channeling through. Feels good, huh?
Should try to treat Wim one day when he's touring.
Yeah, man.
Give him a good
Wim
treatment.
can come and do our podcast. Put it out there to you, Wim. Come and meet Ninja.
Ninja and a half.
Yeah, what a conversation we'd have.
Do it in an ice bar.
Yeah. He loves the ice. He's sort of exposed himself to so much ice. It's amazing.
What about you, Ninja? You like the ice?
Don't like it, mate. Even the quarry the other day, I was...
Yeah.
It's always when you're diving into cold water, it's sort of, you know it's coming and you know you're not going to die or anything, but it's still that feeling, that coldness all surrounding your body. It's just a shock, isn't it?
Yes, it's cold.
No? So yeah, that's the thing that we kind of, we're scared of that shock. So, but it's coming out of the water, you know, just immersing yourself in earth, Mother Earth. It's exhilarating as well. It just feels like you're really reset, you're refreshed. So I'm just trying to feel for this, man. If I push out that way, bit like that. So I'm angling and just to really pin that hammy. So I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that you pulled this.
Yeah, sustained pressure. It just feels like this complements lifting heavy as well. It's the same kind of feeling where you do the lift, which is painful, but then afterwards you're like, oh, it's done.
Yeah.
Same as his elbow. It's on, then it's done.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. As soon as you stop putting that pressure on, there's just this sense of relaxation and relief. So I'm trying to get that relief in the muscle, the fascia.
Yep.
Get it all to kind of be free again. And that trauma, that tension. So he probably had some imbalance, some line of tension, fascial tension, old scarring, thin scarring throughout that whole line. And we can kind of remedy that by melting it down and letting the pathways flow again, like not just, so the blood, the nervous system, they kind of all can integrate and get better. So yeah, I can feel just there, man, there's going to be a deep thing.
Yeah.
So when you look at the anatomy of the hamstring, it's connected in onto the bone, even down at this level here. So I'm working at bone level to get that real scarring to ease up, because that's where things tend to have the most loading, most forces going through them, is right where it attaches onto the bone. So I'm trying to really get into that bone level so I can free it up and then allow those cells that are damaged in there to escape out where it's been a stalemate, and then fresh blood flow in, let the old stuff escape, and then can heal up. So everything needs to integrate over time. So just going to go through a little bit quicker. I want to do a little bit on the top of that calf. So we'd probably spend a little bit more time there. I'll have to catch up with you later, mate, and we'll do it. Oh, I just can't stop. I love it. Just want to help a bloke out, don't you? You know that it's going to be good. So I'm just going to do the top of the calf now. Couple of minutes and just find out what's going on. So in here, man.
I was cramping a bit, but I didn't tell you.
Yeah. You didn't want the pain.
Yeah.
So in there.
Yeah.
Like that. So just pulling the foot up, it softens that tissue in behind there, and I can really get in deep. Like that.
Oh, yeah.
Just there.
Yeah,
there. So pulling out, I can feel that gastroc tight, tense through there. There you go. In there. Push out into it. How's it feel, Leo?
So the whole line has come to this spot, which hurts the most.
Yeah.
Everything was a lead up for this moment, so.
All this pressure into here, the density.
Yeah.
You need to get it to spread. Too much in one little spot, too much pressure.
Yeah.
Like that there. If I can push out, I can feel that in there. All right. That's feeling like it's starting to ease. Is it still a bit there? I'll go a little bit more for you. But
yeah, I can handle the curry. It's good. Yeah. It's good.
In there, I'm pushing in.
Yeah.
It was got an oos out of him.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Nah, it's good, man. Anyway, so deadlifts and sprints. So he hurt himself sprinting, but sprinting at a lower intensity and not going as far, you know, not going out to 50 meters. Yep. That's going to be his best rehab, because that's going to help the whole body come back into order. Load the body, those high intense forces going through the body. You can't replicate that in the gym. You've got to run. But so we're going to get him to do the 10s and 20 meter runs. Yep. But yeah, lower intensity, and giving his body a full week to recover in between as well, and then it can integrate, and then we go a bit faster and further as the body heals. So that's the lesson for the day, mate. I'll do a bit more on you later, but
thanks.
For right now, we're going to wrap it up. So if you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, get on our Patreon, heaps more content like this, and book in if you're in Melbourne, or if you're overseas, come to Melbourne, come and see us. Why not? We're the best. Get it done.